Listen, Monk Mo Gang, you know what's going on. You got to understand one important thing in life: be free. I repeat, you have to understand one thing in life: be free. A lot of people that love generational curses, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, you're 23 years old. Why don't you have kids?" Like the rest of the 23-year-olds. That's control. You're not free. At the end of the day, if you want to wait till you're 30 or 40 years old to have your first child, so be it. You are free. You don't have to listen to what your family tells you. Listen, I cut my cousin off. He told me you're 23 years old and you don't have a child. I live in a penthouse and you live at your grandmother's house. I repeat, I live in a penthouse. You live at your grandmother's house. But I'm 23 and have no kids because I'm free. I'll bring kids in this world when I have the 18-bedroom mansion, when I have 7 Lambos, when I have at least 7 Rolls Royces to go with the 7 Lambos. Listen, at the end of the day, when I have children, oh, I'm going crazy. I need 12 children. So with that being said, my wife is gonna have to birth 12 different children. So with that being said, why would I treat her bad? I have to have a maid. She can't be around the house cleaning and cooking. The alpha male wants you to be controlled. You need a woman that cook and clean. But if I have a maid, a butler, and a chef, I might have 2 chefs. She doesn't have to cook or clean. We got 2 chefs that can cook. We got a maid and a butler. At the end of the day, they cook. They clean. At the end of the day, why would I need a woman who cooks and clean? All I need is my wife to be with my kids. All she needs to not have is a potty mouth. I repeat, if she doesn't have a potty mouth and she can at least walk on the treadmill or run on the treadmill at least 2 to 3 times a week, listen, we locked in, we good. If she could speak more than one language, we're locked in, we're good. At the end of the day, I'll take care of my wife. I don't want my wife to go to work for another boss. At the end of the day, you let your woman go to work with another boss, another CEO is going to have to step down. Because if your woman is amazing looking and you didn't settle for a 6 at best in a dating game, you actually waited till you were established and you're all the way up, you could pick a beauty pageant model. So my wife's going to be a beauty pageant. At the end of the day, a beauty pageant virgin. Listen, she doesn't have to be a professional beauty pageant, but she got to look like she can contend or, sign up to be a beauty pageant. At the end of the day, and she's going to be a virgin. Listen, I can't have an alpha male boss trying to tell my woman what to do. Listen, only person telling my woman anything is me. And she doesn't have to cook or clean anything. Now, if she genuinely wants to cook, I'll never tell her to cook. At the end of the day, that's just what she wanted to do. She just wanted to cook for me. Hey, the food gonna be good. But at the end of the, listen, my woman is most likely gonna come from Dominican Republic. So if she could make some sancocho, listen, we up. We eating good. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be all the way up. Listen, a lot of dudes love to say, oh, women are gonna be single and be cat ladies. At the end of the day, a lot of you guys are going to be single and never have a wife because you have no resources. No woman is ever going to want you at the end of the day because you guys are talking about a woman's going to be single, but these women are getting attention from rich men. So how are they going to be single? What are these guys talking about? At the end of the day, these guys are just bitter and jealous, and they want to control. I keep telling you dudes, they want to control situations. Listen, these guys have the highest divorce rate. They've been in 3 different marriages and 3-time divorce. KS was a 3-time divorce. He got divorced 3 times. And he's telling you to lead with the wallet? Listen, stop the cap. Listen. My woman is going to get $30K allowance money, but I'm not leading with my wallet. Listen, she actually likes me. At the end of the day, I'm actually that guy. I could take care of 12 children. And my 12 daughters, if I have 12 daughters or 6 daughters, they're all getting pink Ferraris when they're 16. They got tennis practice. I repeat, they're all getting pink Ferraris when they're 16. They got tennis practice to attend to. Listen, at the end of the day, if my daughter is taken care of, has her own Ferrari, you think she's going to settle for a bad boy? Like AMS, he doesn't have anything. He probably got a little Mercedes Benz or something, but listen, it's not the Ferrari. He doesn't have a hypercar. He doesn't have a supercar. Listen, at the end of the day, we reach for the stars. That's what happens when you don't have SCX. When you do have SCX, you have zero motivation. You have low testosterone. Every time you bust that nut, testosterone gets shrinker, smaller, 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 smaller. Why do you think a lot of dudes are hard gainers? They're hard gainers because they have low testosterone. They keep on busting. They keep on getting hard and busting. How are you getting hard? How are you getting hard and you're not taking over the world? If you're in your mother's house, if you're in your grandmother's basement, why are you trying to smash anything? You should be trying to smash life and smash these Corvettes, smash these Lambos without crashing out. At the end of the day, peep the wordplay. Listen, get behind a Ferrari. Don't get behind a woman. Listen, at the end of the day, why do humans feel they need to control you? Listen, this is an evil world we live in. But at the end of the day, we don't have fear. I repeat, this is an evil world we live in. But at the end of the day, we don't have fear. Because fear is not of God. I repeat, because fear is not of God. So all the dudes who given up on the supercars, in the mansions, in the real estate, before the woman, they have fear. They feel like, if I focus on these, I won't get a woman. I'll just be in a Rolls Royce with no woman and single. You'll be in a Rolls Royce and not get sued like Shannon Sharpe, though. So fear not. Shannon Sharpe has to go back to eating ramen noodles because he had fear of losing Gabby, and he doesn't even know Gabby. I repeat, he had a fear of losing Gabby, and he does not even know Gabby. She told him 25 a cheek. Guess what? It's not Gabby's fault. It's his fault. Why was he in the DMs? Why was he lusting after the cheeks? Why was he willing to pay 25 and say, girl, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to choke you. At the end of the day, listen, the alpha male always has to control something. The alpha male is the most feminine position. That's like a female. Listen, when a lot of dudes in a dating game, they can't leave their state. They'll get put on child support because the woman, a lot of times, she wants to stay in her state. She doesn't want to go to a different state. She's been living here her whole life. She might want to stay here. At the end of the day, a lot of these women in the dating game, they have daddy issues. So they don't believe in traveling and stuff like that. And a lot of these guys cannot afford it if she did want to travel. A lot of these guys cannot afford to leave their state. A lot of these guys, they just want to stay in their own state. Listen, if they travel, they want to travel for the woman. They don't want to travel for the view. Listen, a lot of friends are going to tell you, why aren't you not smashing? If you try to go 10 years and you got friends, bro, they're going to try to downplay your greatness. Why does he not want to smash? Because we don't want to end up like our dad who had to leave and get on child support. I repeat, because we don't want to end up like our dad. I was born in a broken home. My dad got put on child support. Listen, and he didn't want my mom. So at the end of the day, we don't have to go through that. At the end of the day, when you have to cheat on a woman, it shows. You settled. You didn't get what you really wanted. If you got what you really wanted, you would not cheat. If a man gets what he really wants, he's not going to cheat. Cheating is caused by you being thirsty, you lusting, and you can't you settle. Yeah, you settle. Dr. Umar, 3 different baby mamas, he settled 3 different times. Yeah, he settled. He's just going to settle and be limited. Listen, let those guys be limited and controlled. Dr. Umar is controlled. He's controlled by the melanated vagina. I repeat, Dr. Umar is controlled by the melanated vagina. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, no more generational curses. I'm going to the DR to get my wife after I'm already established, after I've been on YouTube 20 plus years. Listen, I don't care what nobody's going to say. I don't care what nobody's talking about. At the end of the day, you cannot control me. I'm an introvert. I'm an individual. So since I'm an individual, I'm an introvert. Nobody can just type 2 paragraphs like the guy yesterday and think that, oh, I want to change my content up because he said I'm going to take it. Listen, the comments, I have to look down to check the comments. I'm trying to go up, but to check the comments, I have to look down. Why do I care about what's down? You're in the comment section. You're down. It's not up. I'm trying to go up in life. You want me to look at the comments down here and take that serious? I don't take anything serious on the down. At the end of the day, your whole family, if you're melanated, listen, and you try to go 7 to 10 years without releasing and without smashing, and you respect women, you opening doors, they gonna call you a simp. But at the end of the day, listen, if you an individual, you don't care what anybody calls you. Are they gonna take care of your daughter? Their daughters are gonna hate them. Trust me, I know a lot of women, they have fathers that they do not like. They only call their father when they need something. You know why? And he still don't got it. Daughters be bro. I got a big sister. Listen, at the end of the day, she was pregnant. She asked my dad for $20 because she was hungry. Listen, she can't eat. She can't work when she was pregnant, like 2 years ago. I gave her $400. I gave her my whole check. Like 2 years ago, I was working at McDonald's. Listen, now I'm in a penthouse. But listen, I was working at McDonald's. I gave her my first McDonald's check. Listen, I was waiting to get a check so bad. But listen, I take care of the woman in my life. I'm not finna let her walk around pregnant. My dad was talking about, oh, she shouldn't have opened her legs. That's on her. What? At the end of the day, listen, that's when I blocked my dad. As soon as he said that, I blocked him that same day. I gave my sister $400. I gave her all the cash I had in my pocket, like everything. I didn't even get to eat that night. But they will call me a simp. No, I'm the good guy because I'm not controlled. They tell you, don't be the good guy. Don't be the good guy. Don't be the good guy. Do not be the good guy. No, I'm the good guy. Yeah, I'm the good guy. I will always be the good guy. My daughters will love me because I'm the good guy. I will treat my daughters good because I'm the good guy. My wife will love me because I'm the good guy. I will never have to cheat on her. I'm the good guy. I'll give her $30K a month allowance because I'm the good guy. Listen, she's going to speak a different language, so therefore she can turn that into YouTube content. She can help people speak different languages, run a whole YouTube channel. But to give her motivation to keep going, I'll pay her $30K a month just to make YouTube videos in the house. Literally, $30K a month just to make YouTube videos for Spanish education and stuff like that. For $30K a month in the mansion. She doesn't have to go and get yelled at by a boss. Listen, we don't raise our voices over here. Listen, the only thing we probably gonna argue about is if I'm sleeping and my daughter steal my Lambo. Like, I gave you the G-Wagon, you got your own Ferrari. Why did you steal my Lambo? Now I can't find the Lambo keys. You need to find my Lambo keys. Even though I could buy some more, you need to find my Lambo keys. Now she's on punishment for 2 weeks. Now she got to drive a G-Wagon for 2 weeks. I'm taking a Ferrari. She has to drive the G-Wagon for 2 weeks. And after those 2 weeks, she can get her Ferrari back. Since she misplaced my keys and didn't ask me. That's the only thing I'm trying to debate about in my household. Well, what do you think about guys when they have resources, they feel they need to cheat? And do you feel like women and men are equal? We're not having those type of discussions. Listen, What the average have is what the average have. The average actually decided to be average. In a first world country, if you are average, you chose to be average. You chose not to, you chose to let days go by and by and by, and you didn't drop a YouTube video. You're literally letting time, 24 hours pass, another 24 hours pass, another 24 hours pass, and they're talking about you letting all the coochie pass, but they're letting their future life pass them by. In 10 years, they got to figure out who else can we work for in a job workforce in 10 years from now. But they had the opportunity to be a YouTuber. They could have worked for themselves. They could have worked for YouTube. They could have dropped videos for a living and buy Rolls Royces on a bad Sunday. We buying Rolls Royces on a bad Sunday in the future. If I'm having a bad day or something, I just don't feel good. Listen, I'm buying a Lambo years. I'll feel better. When my son grows up, listen, $7 million watch. Just because. I don't know why I dropped 7 M's on it, but just because. 7 million. He won't get robbed because we won't be in poverty neighborhoods. We won't be around people who, oh, I need that. We'll be around the other people, the royals and stuff like that, who, oh, they could buy a $14 million watch. At the end of the day, I'm not settling. Listen, stop settling. People who settle, they're controlled. I repeat, people who settle for bad relationships, they're controlled. A lot of guys, their woman in a relationship is dogging them out, but since she gives them sex, since she gives them wet coochie, wet cat, it's real wet and it's squirt back, and she can moan really, really good, they'll settle for that. But listen, at the end of the day, your respect is everything. I repeat, your respect is everything. Listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.